Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into my channel. Today I have a very special guest. You should be familiar with her. And if you cannot tell, shame on you because this is my
mommy.
And we are here to talk about something that we've probably only talked about once before in my entire life, which is tampons. So I have been a tampon user for much of my life without my mom's knowledge. So today we're gonna just clear the air and talk about tampons. This video is in partnership with Tampax. I've been using Tampax tampons since I was in high school. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let's get right on into it. The first question is, when I first got my period, and I was in middle school, I think I was in middle school,
yeah,
8th grade.
School, yes.
What were your thoughts about tampons then?
Not good for you.
Okay, why did you think they weren't good for you?
Because my understanding of perception then was that tampon is for grown-ups.
Okay.
And I looked at you and, I mean, high school, you're not a grown-up.
I thought I was grown.
I thought you were trying to grow up faster than, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think when I really wanted to start using tampons is when I was running track. I remember very distinctly there was one track meet that I had, and I was on my period, and all you bought for me were pads.
Pads, yeah.
And I hurdled. I need to lift my leg. Like, I can't run with a pad. And I was actually pretty good at hurdles. So I had asked one of my teammates, I'd asked if anyone has any tampons, and someone had a tampon. And so that was the first day that I used a tampon. I don't remember if I won the race. I likely did. But for me, I kind of always felt that I thought that the tampon would allow me to be more active while I was on my period, and like I felt that pads were kind of like constricting and uncomfortable, especially when exercising. But I didn't feel like I could talk to you about it because you were just like, no.
It was like, no, it's for grown-ups.
Why did you feel like it was for grown-ups? Where did you learn about Did you ever talk to your mom about tampons?
Never. Never knew what tampon was until I came to this country.
Okay, so people weren't really using tampons in Nigeria back in the
I had no
70s,
idea.
80s.
I wasn't even concerned about knowing what people were using.
Okay, but you grew up using pads.
I grew up using pads, absolutely.
Okay, so maybe that there wasn't like a culture of tampon use.
That's what it is.
By the time I was in high school and getting my periods and having periods regularly, at least like 50% of my classmates like were using tampons. Especially the athletes, like especially the athletes that was like, you would go to the locker room and there was a thing that you could put 25 cents in and get a tampon.
Yeah, I can see why, because it will give you more freedom.
Yeah.
To walk around. The pad, being an athlete myself back in the day, thinking about it now that we're talking, it will give you more freedom, more flexibility to move around, jump over hurdles and all the rest of the stuff than the pad, which will be bulky.
Especially if you're wearing this like small, you're wearing your spandex shorts for track, like you're not trying to have like the outline of a pad. But did you know that there is no correct age to use a tampon? You can use a tampon as early as your first period.
Never knew that.
Yeah, especially because there are different sizes of tampons. There's like something that is for everyone.
Yeah, never knew that, and that was why I told you outright now.
Yeah,
but
so
now I know.
I think that there was also, and I don't know if this came from you or someone else, there was also this like conception in the back of my mind. I didn't necessarily believe it, but I feel like someone at some point told me that if you used a tampon, you would break your hymen and then you wouldn't be a virgin anymore.
I told you that.
Well,
I told you that during the discussion, because you kept asking me why, and I was coming up with all these things.
Where did you get that from?
Because that was the perception then amongst our, you know, group. We didn't know any better.
Right.
We did because of our cultural upbringing and what we've had from our, you know, quote unquote mentors. When it comes to growing up as a woman, those are the things we were hearing.
Yeah. So now, if you, for some reason, we're raising another daughter right now, and she hit puberty and she got her period, would you allow her to use a tampon? Like at the age of 12?
I will actually buy it for her as a gift.
Really?
Yes, I will. Because it's, in my opinion, it is more comfortable.
Yeah. Once I got to college, I almost exclusively used tampons because for me they were more comfortable. They were yeah, they're just more comfortable and easier to use. But I'm glad we cleared up the air about when you can start using a tampon, and it does not affect your virginity.
It does not.
At all. So I didn't want to put you on blast and be like, you told me that. So I was like, I think I heard it somewhere, but you definitely told me.
I did.
All lies, all lies. Not lies, but just
they were myths.
Yeah,
They were
and
myths.
misunderstandings.
Yeah, misunderstanding.
When you were younger, were you talking to your friends about, what kind of sanitary products are you using? Like, where were you getting information about what the best product is to use, the best kind of product is?
It's not something we feel comfortable talking about during my time and the culture that I grew up in. You just go to the store, whatever that your budget can afford, you pick it up and keep moving.
When you go to the store, when you were buying sanitary products, were you like hiding them, or did you?
Yes, you buy them and pay right away. Wrap them up and keep moving.
Yeah, I remember I used to be so like ashamed to buy sanitary products in the store. You try to hide it underneath like the
make sure nobody's watching.
Right.
When you're getting to that point. Yeah.
I'm glad that we're in a more liberated age and we can talk about these kinds of things. Okay. Do you have any advice for mothers currently who have daughters of menstruating age?
Yes, with the way things are going, sit down, have a discussion with your daughters. Sometimes we think we know better than they do.
Sometimes! The key word!
Actually, they know more than we do.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to just have open conversations. And now that I'm older, I definitely feel way more comfortable talking to you about. There was no way that 14-year-old V would be like, hey, Mom. I mean, I tried to talk and you were like, no.
No, but why? No.
I think it is really important to have these kinds of conversations, not only with family members, but also with your friends, with your age mates, and also just do your research like for yourself. There are a lot of different misconceptions out there, but the more that you like research the safety and the guidelines and the proper way to insert and remove and whatnot, like I think will feel more comfortable. If that's a choice that you want to make, at least make it informed. I still have friends today who actually have never used a tampon. I have one friend specifically, I'm like, girl, you are missing out on life. Like, you are struggling, sis. But you know, as long as everyone has the information, like that's what we're here to do, is to just share the information. So if you are making an informed decision and you still don't want to use tampons, no problem, but don't not use them because you think that you're not old enough to use them, or you think that because you use them you won't be a virgin anymore, or something like that. Like, those are not true. Cool.
They are not true.
Great.
Trust me.
Yes, trust her. She's an expert and a wise sage. Alright guys, so that is our tampon conversation. I would love for you to include any misconceptions that you had growing up about tampons, or maybe that you still have about tampons, down below in the comments. Let's have an open and honest conversation about tampons. Thanks again to Tampax for sponsoring this video and encouraging this conversation, because I definitely would not have had this conversation with my mom. I would just continue living my life and just, you know. But now we know, and now I understand like where she was coming from, and also she understands where I was coming from, and now we are on the same page. All right guys, we'll check y'all in the next video. Bye.